Hello everybody and welcome back to another speed build. Today we are building a mid-century modern inspired home, and just like the last build, this is a recreation from a floor plan that I found on Pinterest. So I will link the original floor plan in the description below, so if you want to make the comparison you can, or if you want to go ahead and try to build it looking at the floor plan you can. This is a recreation, so I am trying my best to make it as close as the original as possible, but the scaling, like the scale in the game versus in real life is very different, so I had a little bit of problems there and had to change the insides a little bit. This build took me 2 days to complete. By 2 days I don't mean 48 hours, I mean like maybe 16 hours total. It took me a really long time, and I really cut through a lot of things and try to make this as speedy as possible, but as well showing you some of the changes, because I find that to be the most interesting part of the speed build, seeing what could have been and what is now. Like right there, I was trying to figure out if I wanted those windows everywhere, but I did not want them everywhere because they were way too big and that was just not the vibe. So I decided to just put them there, and obviously in the original floor plan there is a garage, and in game we don't have garages. Well, I mean, we can make a garage, but there's no purpose because there's no cars in the game. Maybe in the future, but there's not right now. What I'm trying to say is I put those windows there, and I'll add more windows in a bit, but I put that window there to make it seem like there is a garage there, or used to be a garage, and then it's converted to a room that you can use for whatever you want. Anyway, I do want to say that the house is supposed to be like a blue teal color, but it looks green because of the lighting, and that was really frustrating. At one point, I don't know if I already did it, but I tried to play around with different blues, and the other blue was way too light, so it was just a little frustrating. Maybe this house will look better in a different lot, but I decided to do it here because it does match the rest of the architecture that's around, and it fits perfectly if you don't rebuild, upgrade the rest of the houses nearby it. And you see, it looks way bluer in the back, but still not blue enough for my taste. Anyway, before I continue, I want to tell you guys that it is currently 1 a.m. as in like the day I'm recording it, not when you're watching it. I mean, you if you're watching this at 1 a.m., that is a amazing coincidence, but I am recording this at 1 a.m. so I am extremely tired. I had been building the second half of this house today, and I'm finally done with it, so I decided to just go ahead and do the voiceover, and I am pretty much losing it. I've started this voiceover like 5 times now, and it's just been a struggle bus, so please bear with me, and I apologize for the craziness you're probably gonna listen to. So now I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the landscape of the house, because it is supposed to be in the desert. So I was like, I don't like that it doesn't have a lot of like deserty things. So I was like, it would make sense if there was like a little area of sand, and then I put some like cacti there and some rocks. So I did that. But then I actually used beach sand rather than desert sand because I didn't realize that there was a such thing as desert sand, and I also didn't really mix the sands, which I should have mixed a little bit more to give it a little bit more spice, if you will. So I apologize for that. That's just a rookie mistake, I guess. But yeah, that is me putting some rocks there and then moving the mailbox. I will say this house ended up being, I think, 98,000, and that's without the lot. And I think the lot would be 2,000. So I think the lot at the end of the day will cost you around 100 grand. So you will need either free real estate, cheat on, or actually have some money saved up to get into this house. Now I'm putting the chimney. I'm gonna do the same thing as I did last time, which is put that little thing right there and put half walls around it. Last time, and by last time I mean the last build, which was the modern farmhouse starter home. Last time I only used two, a 1x2 room to put the chimney, but this time I used a 1x3, so there was room on the sides. So I do not recommend using more than just two, because with two will make it snug. Here you can see I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do the layout of the house, because in the original floor plan there is way more room right next to the door, like to the right side. There's a whole area where you can fit more. I think the kitchen is way bigger. Well, no, I know the kitchen is way bigger because the kitchen ended up being tiny because I wanted that big living room that I give y'all. But I liked a lot how it ended up being. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. There is one master, so the bathroom is attached. And then there is 2 bedrooms. I have one right now. It's very standard. It's basically for guests. And then I have a nursery for a new child. So I thought maybe this house could be for a newlywed couple, a very successful young people, because it's a pricey home unless they just got married and, you know, they have some money from their wedding and they're using it for a new house, and this is what they're doing. But anyway, right there, put the fireplace. I love putting fireplaces in my builds. I think it just gives them more personality. It's way more cozy and it just makes sense. This house I only used oh my god, let me see if I can remember the proper names of the packs. I am so bad at names. I need to get better. I need to quiz myself. So I only used Tiny Living. I used Get Famous. I used Eco Living. Get Together. And I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that is it, but I will let y'all know in the comments all of the packs that I used. And if you check this build out in the gallery, you can see what packs I used before you download it. Okay, so going back to my build, this is probably my favorite living room furnishing of all time. I am obsessed with how this turned out. I think I'm legitimately going to try to model my own living room after this one because it is gorgeous. I am obsessed with the mid-century modern style as of like right now. I usually change styles every like year, but this is what I am obsessed right now. So now I'm doing the kitchen, and the kitchen was a struggle. Let me just tell you that the base game counters are not it. They are not it. And then the ones that I actually wanted to use were the ones from Parenthood, even though they're not mid-century modern. They have some colorful swatches that I thought would have looked really good, and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal because it would have been in the modern category of the mid-century rather than the the cheesy, or I don't know how to describe it. Anywho, I don't like hate it, the counters, how it ended up being, but I am not in love with it. So I wouldn't blame you if you ended up changing the cabinet situation. If you have another expansion pack that I didn't use, go ahead and feel free to change that, and you can let me know in the comments and maybe somehow share pictures of the new kitchen. I would actually love to see that. But now to the, I guess, breakfast, because it's not a actual dining area, which in the original what's that called? In the original floor plan. I'm sorry, it's my brain not working at now 2 a.m. So in the original floor plan, they actually had a way bigger kitchen and a way bigger dining area, but somehow, some way, with the scaling, that just, it got lost. It no longer there. So now we have this little bar area, which I wanted to include because I feel like that bar is stunning and it needs to be in this build somehow. So I try to sneak it in there, and now I'm just putting some final touches in that entryway. My video is lagging so much, so I really don't know what is really happening right now with the build. So I'll take this time to, I guess, voice my my opinion on the kits that came out this past week, or was it this week? I guess early this week. If you have been a part of the Sims community since The Sims 3 or even 2, I believe, this is not a new concept. We have had these before, but they weren't called kits. And before, you would buy them using, I think it was something along the lines of sim points. So you would use your money and you would buy points from this store and then use those points to buy other items. That whole point thing did not make sense. I never actually bought anything because I wasn't of age whenever I was playing The Sims 3, so I would have had to ask my parents, and then just those microtransactions are just no fun. So, my opinion, I'm glad that they are doing actual money, as in it's not with those points, because those points would just go to waste once you bought, let's say if you bought 100, but then you bought something that was 80, you would get 20 left, and then there was nothing that was worth 20 points, so you would have to buy more, but you couldn't just buy a random amount, so you would have to buy 100 points again, so you would have 120, and then you use 80, and then you have 40 left, and then it's just a cycle of you just spending money and getting points but not using all of your points. So it's just a mess. I'm glad that they are doing actual money now. Am I happy about these kits? Not really. I don't think we need them. I think those could be free updates, and I know I sound greedy, but while building some of the houses that I'm doing for the channel, I realized how much the base game is lacking. Like, it really forces you to buy expansion packs, stuff packs, game packs if you want a good gameplay, if you want a good build. So I just think those kits could have been a free update, or I don't know, something. Or maybe they could just make a whole expansion pack with just a lot of like random things. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of these kits are just gonna be what was left over from an expansion pack. So things that didn't make the cut for the actual expansion pack, stuff pack, game pack, and now they're gonna try to make money with the scraps. Not saying that these items are not gonna be of good quality or not gonna be good, but that's just my opinion and what I think it will happen. Also, my opinion is that whenever and I keep saying my opinion because I don't want people to take this as factual, because it is all my opinion, my speculation of what's happening right now with the team. Apparently they have been working with The Sims 5, and from what I can remember, whenever I played The Sims 3, whenever those kits came up, it was the end of the game. That was them basically stopping production on big expansion packs and putting their attention on these kits so that people still had new content, but it was slowly getting less and less and less. So I wouldn't be surprised if they announce the new game soon, or if they announce that they're gonna stop making expansion packs for The Sims 4. So that's all my thoughts on the matter. If you want to ask me something, you can definitely ask me in the comments and I'll for sure answer you, but I think that is basically it. And I might be completely wrong about the whole kids in The Sims 3 showing up at the very end, but that is how I remember it happening. I didn't know about these until maybe a year before they announced the new game. But I don't know. Like I said, might be wrong about that. I might be wrong about them, like about this being like the scraps. I might be wrong about them like getting rid of the not getting rid of, but stopping the expansion pack productions. I don't know. This is just me speculating, and again, it's all my opinion. Please don't take it as factual. It's just my observations. So let me just go back to the build. This nursery is hideous, and I'm just gonna straight up tell you it's hideous. I didn't know how to make it look or fit in to the vibe of the home, so I just kind of just threw everything in there. So I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Also, the baby will be there for maybe 2 days, and then you can like get rid of the crib and maybe put new wallpaper, something that will match their personality a little bit more. At this point, I was burnt out from doing this back to back, so I really didn't know what to do with the bathroom either. I was having a hard time, so I went for a little more modern for the master bathroom. If we go back to the guest bathroom, I actually went way more mid-century, just mid-century, not even mid-century modern, because it was just mid-century style, where everything is more colorful. There is browns, and yeah, I think I kind of covered everything. Well, soon we'll go into the backyard and we'll put some stuff there, and then eventually I'll go throughout the house and check the lighting and put more lights, especially on the outside. But that is basically it. Like I said earlier, this house took me a long time. Well, really not even that much compared to other people, how many hours they put, but it took me a long time, and I did do it in like 2 sittings, so I did get burnt out at the end, and some of the rooms aren't as good as they should be, so I apologize for that, but I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment telling me what was your favorite room. I absolutely know my favorite room was the living room. I am obsessing over that room, and I am gonna make it my inspiration for my like real life living room. Anyway, I make videos every single Monday and Friday being The Sims and Mondays being Animal Crossing. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!